Hi. So this is Derek Sedlack with Colorado Technical University, and I am presenting aspects of using instant messaging in the classroom. So I was expecting to be presenting in person, but I'm doing this recording, so it's not really going to play off the same. I'm hoping that I can get some interaction through this that I was hoping to get in a more personal sense. And so the idea of the interaction really is getting the engagement from the students that otherwise you're not getting in an online environment. So the purpose of using instant messaging is number one, intention, then application, and then outcomes. So what we're trying to understand as we focus on students is what are they doing today in their daily life that detracts attention from school. That's really why we're trying to use IAM in intention, right? Focus is student engagement and application. It's not just trying to spam the students to get them to see things. And then right now we're trying to understand and manage aspects of the outcomes through the data collection and analysis to really understand what it means to use instant messaging in these classrooms. We've been doing this for about 6 months, and it seems to be effective, but it's right now it's anecdotal. So the big part is going to be student interaction. We really want to have students interact, and we have 3 different ways in which we can have students interact. And the first one is going to be push. So we're going to push something to the students to tell them of something that's going on. Think of the class as a daily requirement. So they get busy at work, they get busy at home, they get busy doing things. And when you give them a push with an instant message to say, hey, by the way, we have something that's going on in class that's related to a movie. So check out this movie. In the class, we talked about this today. Then we can have a poll where we pull from the students daily communications and questions. So that way the students are more personally engaged and bought into the class. Whereas they would have to go on Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday normally. Now they don't, right? Even though you might have lectures that are pre-recorded, you might even have assigned lecture times. It's not the same thing since they're at home. And so we want to have a way to get them more engaged. And then notifications, have them notify if something is going on. Tell us if there are wildfires in California and we have students that are impacted. We have floods and we have students that are impacted. So we have them tell us, especially during times of COVID. Tell us when something is wrong, when something is problematic, and that way we can help you through it better as faculty. We create a greater connection with the students. So we have a direct connection to tell them, hey, your assignment's a little bit late, give them some encouragement, saying what you're doing is really fantastic, but you can improve it by looking at page 113, look at these spheres of influence, look at this database, look at something that we're talking about. We found something really effective in advanced warnings in the lectures. So what I wanted to do in person was have everybody look at their phone, right? Access your phone, look something up. And then everybody get engaged over what you just learned. So here we have a notification to students. A lot of them are working. So the notification is, hey, in 15 minutes, we're going to have our lecture. So make sure to show up. If there are any changes in the schedule, that the lecture's changed or class time has changed or this assignment has changed. And then of course, cancellations, let them know ahead of time. Hey, there's been an illness with this faculty, they can't make it, they're going to change the date to Tuesday or Wednesday. And then finally, reminders. We do send some reminders to say things are due. I notice you're falling behind, especially students that have date of attendance issues. We push them to say, try and get engaged, try and stay engaged. How can I help you? Contact me, contact your faculty. We really want to help you get through this class. It's really important. So from an application standpoint, our presence in the classroom is already there, but now we're trying to be more engaged with the students, trying to have that direct connection and reflection of us wanting to help them get through. Even though we can't create their interest, we can't create their motivation, we can create a sense of urgency and remind them of due dates and late dates and the class ending, and if there are any other elements like that that are really important. So some of the things we have that we see as far as collecting data, some of the messages that are sent by students and messages that are sent by faculty. So you could see that number of students receiving messages based on the number of students. So it's at or above 90%. So making sure that we're getting to these students. Mostly it is the C and below students, trying to push them to pass, right? Making sure that these students are getting through the class, making sure they're getting engaged, making sure they're getting assignments submitted and completed properly. And so here's another class. We have another dynamic where we're looking at the classes and looking at some of the messages sent. So we can't ask students we can ask them to send us messages, but we can't make them, right? We can only ensure that we are engaged with them. So that's the real point here, is having a student engagement aspect. We're trying to improve the interactions in an online environment to match the on-ground expectations, where you have student and faculty disconnected by distance, but hopefully reconnected by the class, trying to improve completion and retention rates, get more students engaged and through the classes and graduated, and of course, make it a better student experience, make them feel connected, right? Like when they go and they see a movie star in real life, they feel connected with the person that's on screen. So that's what we're trying to do here. So I know this is really quick. We have this 10-minute window trying to press and make sure to get through it, but really hope that this is helpful. It doesn't matter what your instant message medium is. It just matters that you're using it to engage the students. So I appreciate it and hope you have a fantastic conference, and we'll see you on the ground.